Hello everyone. Hardhat is a smart contract development tool that will help you launch your Solidity development career to the next level. It is a framework that will give you all the tools you need to compile your smart contract from your own environment. It also gives you the good practices to be able to test correctly your smart contracts with JavaScript files that will help you check your code. And it offers you the tools, files, and folders structure so that you are able to ship your contracts to a blockchain, either a fake, locally hosted one or a real one like Ethereum. Are you ready to learn? Let's go. To initiate your environment, you will have to launch these commands. Hardhat will install itself and ask you a few questions about your project. Here is the folder structure that you will get. Contracts contain your Solidity contracts. Node module contains the dependencies of the project. Test contains your tests in JavaScript files. And I often add a script folder to put my scripts, like the deployment one, for example. Artifact contains JSON description of our contract, and the last file is a configuration file. We will use a very simple contract in an example. It just allows the user to set a number, then retrieve it. Nothing more, nothing less. One first thing that Hardhat offers is the console. Just import it with this line, then you can use the function like that. It is really helpful to debug your contracts. Now, compile that file with this line. You should get this result. Your Solidity contract will be transformed into a JSON file describing it in a low-level machine language. It makes your contract readable on the blockchain. The start of this file should look like this. You can find the main parameters of the function of your contract roughly described. That file will be added to the artifacts folder. Now, let's test our contract. Here is a simple test. It uses ethers.js, which is a well-known library used to interact with the blockchain in JavaScript. The first line deploys the contract, then the value stored in the contract is set to 42. Then we check that the value stored is indeed 42. To launch the test in your JavaScript file, just launch this command. The output will simply be this one. You can order them and create a hierarchy with them if you want to add more. You can also compute your contract coverage. The result would be a percentage of functions that are used in your tests. Try to reach 100% as much as possible. It will make your contracts less hackable. If you create multiple tests, you do not need to write the code to deploy your contract multiple times. You can set up fixture. These are code that execute before each test and can be loaded from each one of your tests. Here is how your test code is transformed when using fixture. Add a function fixture that does the recurrent action and call this function before each test. Now the fun part, the deployment. But to deploy, we need a blockchain. You can run a fake blockchain on your computer just by running this command. All the transactions created by your script will be written on your fake blockchain. Here is the script I wrote for the deployment. It will get an account, then log it, deploy the contract, then log the address. Deploy the contract with the script using the following command. Just complete it with your own path. And your local blockchain will have a new transaction. All its information is logged in like this. If you want to deploy your contract on a real blockchain, you will need to tell Hardhat how to access it. To do so, add a JSON describing your destination blockchain in the file hardhat.config.js. The config will look like that. Then, to deploy your contract on this blockchain, just launch this command. It's the same as before. You just precise the blockchain where you are deploying your contract. Hardhat also allows you to verify your contract. That means make sure its source code is public. To do so, you will have to update your config file and add an API key of a blockchain explorer like Etherscan. It makes the source code of your contract visible on this platform. You will be able to verify your contract using this command. Now, your contract has a public source code, and everybody that wants to interact with it can verify if it's safe. And that's it for the basic functionalities of Hardhat. I hope that this video helped you and that you understood more about that fantastic tool. See you!